So we are continuing with the Yoga Sutras. But before we continue further, we are at a point where we completed chapter 1, that is what is called the Samadhi Pada of the Yoga Sutras. So this is a good point to ask a number of questions. But to motivate the questions, I'll give you the following introduction. The Samadhi Pada, or the first section, or the first chapter of the Yoga Sutras, is an introductory overview. And as I've said before, Patanjali Muni explains the concept of what you would call realizing the yoga state, or what is your true nature, in 3 ways. In the first, in Sutra 1 to 22, he talks about how by being a pure observer, by daily practice of that being a pure observer, you reach that state of supreme wisdom. And in Sutras 23 to 29, he talks about by surrender to God, you can achieve the same thing, because God is the source of everything over there that as he talks about it. The third place where he goes is from Sutra 30 to Sutra 51, which is the end of the sutras. He goes on to explain that not everyone is in a state where they are ready to sit quietly and be a pure observer and practice that on a daily basis for a reasonable amount of time. So he realizes that it's not possible, because people may have physical or mental imbalances. And so he starts with the point, let's start with moderation. And from moderation, begin on simple things like working with breathing exercises. And then after that, begin the process of trying to focus on something wherever the mind will go and not move away from there. That way you begin, you still your mind. And as you begin this process, wherever you're focused and you get fully engrossed, he says, just like you can engrossed in something worldly, external, he says if you have that engrossment into something that is subtle, that can lead you to the state of Samadhi. And that Samadhi is just not a state where everything is blanked out, but the nature of Samadhi is such that in that blanked out state, you get connected into the cosmic flow. And out of that comes intuitive wisdom. So, and he also goes on to explain, because it's the introductory overview, just like in the first part where he mentioned you can become supremely, you can have, highest level of wisdom. He quickly says if you have assumptions, then in which case you'll only reach that far. And similarly, in this third segment, he goes on to say that this state where you are able to get completely focused and connect into Samadhi and get intuition, this is stimulated by the point of focus. But unless you go to the point where without any stimulation, you're able to keep that process, you have not reached the highest level of Samadhi, which he calls as Nirbhaya Samadhi, or the place where you're able to connect without having to be stimulated into it. And as I explained, this happens when the nadis are completely clear, completely purified. So now, from chapter 2 on, Patanjali Muni is going to begin, by 2 and 3 is all the details, what underlies everything, why, what, and all of that. But this is a good point where if you have any questions, feel free to unmute and speak up. Okay, so if there are no questions, then we can start on.
I have a question, Dr. Narayana.
Yes.
Is Nirbhaya Samadhi is the same as is more than a saint who are omniscient, omnipotent, and omnipresent?
Okay. Let's give definition to all those words you used, right? So
Yes.
you're asking the question, is Nirbhaya Samadhi the state more than the state of various saints whom you can conceive of? That was your question, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Now, the thing is, you see, I don't know which saints you're talking of, so I cannot give you a comparison over there. Okay? I can tell you what Nirbhija Samadhi state is, and whichever saint you know, if you ask me, I can potentially tell you whether that person has reached that level or not, but I will not do that. Because what happens is, wherever is your faith in things, it is not my job to destroy your faith. So when it comes to other people, I'm not going to tell you anything, but I will tell you the nature of Nirbhij Samadhi.
Okay.
The state of Nirbhij Samadhi is where you realize that you're at all the time, you realize you're only an instrument of the cosmic flow. Your connective channels are all fully connected, and whatever is the purpose for which you have come into this body, everything is present for you, nothing affects you, and you be in that state as long as the body is alive. Okay, that is the state of Nirbhij Samadhi. So people who are in that Nirbhij Samadhi, some of them, in order to do their duties for which they are born in the body, can develop certain abilities. And so that is a different matter. Those kind of abilities can come even without reaching the Nirbhija Samadhi state. It can come in the Sabija Samadhi state as well. And of course, in the Sabija Samadhi state, there is always a possibility that the person not having complete realization can misuse the abilities. Okay? So the abilities that come are secondary, in the sense it only comes in order to fulfill the purpose of your life. And in chapter 3 of the Yoga Sutras, what are the type of abilities that can come is described. So you use the words that are like, omniscient, omnipresent, and what else did you say?
Omnipotent.
Omnipotent. Okay. See, what happens is, you see, these descriptions you have given, people who have the siddhi may have that potential. Like, for example, it is when we go into chapter 3, there are two levels in which the nature of things are explained. One level is what you can experience beyond the body. Second is what you can do beyond the body. Actually, I should put it this way. What you can experience beyond the body goes where you can look in and you can sense anything about anyone at any time, and you can be a zone of timelessness. You can go back in time, forward in time. You can sense all of these things. So that is a possibility. Now, when you talk about ability to do, they are in two categories. Okay. So the things like, ability to give blessings that will manifest to, like Durvasa Muni, where he can give curses to, those are all the kind of things that through the mental, affirmation, you can do many things to other things outside. Yes, that is also a possibility, but they are in the subtle domain. There is another domain that Patanjali Muni discusses in chapter 3, that is being able to transform your physical being. Like Hanuman could become very small and very huge. You could jump and reach wherever you want physically in the body. You can make yourself disappear, appear, do anything. So those are all of a different categories. So as you have seen over here, I have laid out 3 different kinds of things, but they don't come to everyone, and even though they may reach the highest, these are things that are given to entities in order to fulfill their purpose of creation. So just because they have the ability or don't have the ability, you cannot judge them as a higher level saint or a lower level saint or anything like that. That is the conclusion of the Yoga Sutras. So, yes, Balmukund.
So I wanted a little bit more discussion on the Samapatis and Savitark Samapati and Nirvitark Samapati and things like that.
Yes.
So maybe today is the time is up. Maybe tomorrow we could have a little bit more detailed discussion.
Absolutely. Actually, we don't need to begin chapter 2 until the questions are clarified. So, Mr. Polani, yes, go ahead.
We are not able to see your picture on the screen.
Actually, the picture on the screen goes to whoever is talking at that time, unless I put it on spotlight for everyone. So now you can see me.
Okay. And
Okay.
the other question is, what is the purpose of creation?
What is the purpose of creation?
Yeah,
That is answered in chapter 4, but we will give you a preview of that any case.
Okay.
Is the purpose of creation, as they say, is God is, in order to experience itself or herself or himself, God does creation like an artist. So in Kashmir Shaivism, in the Yoga Sutra, it says, it is God's asmita, me, the experiencer of the God, that leads to creation. In Kashmir Shaivism, the same thing is said in a different way. For creation for God is like going in front of a mirror.
The other thing, Dr. Rajan, I wanted to ask, discuss a little bit more was on the word delusions.
Yes.
And the corresponding Sanskrit word and what it really means, because I've been trying to, because last you were not here and I was trying to have a discussion with everyone and I was explaining the 5 vrittis to everyone, and I've been stuck at the word delusion because the way I explained, I don't think I even understand it the right way as it is written in Yoga Sutra. So maybe tomorrow we can discuss a little bit more on that delusion word and
sure. The thing is, you see, as you can understand, the word used is vikalpa, and there are 2 words, vikalpa and vikshepa. Both of these words have been used in the Yoga Sutras. So the kalpa, as you know, means to imagine. Vikalpa can mean Vishesha Kalpa, or it really means Vishesha Kalpa, a special kind of imagination. And Vikshepa means getting what you will call as confused. So when a person is deluded, the term is Vikshepa. And when the person has imaginations that are special and have there is no anything that you can actually happening, it is without a material basis. That is Vikalpa.
Yeah, Vikalp is like an alternative. In Hindi, Vikalp is an alternative, but that's not what it means here.
Anyway, so, okay. So let's continue with our usual chakra vibrations. And again, tomorrow there are more opportunities for questions, and we'll answer them before going on to the second chapter. I see a question on the board. Is throat chakra at Ujjayi site or lower in the neck? No, it is in the Ujjayi site, in the middle of the throat, that area. Okay. So now let's bring your awareness to the perineum, and pressing on the little finger, we begin with Lam. Take a deep breath in. Lam.
Lam.
Lam. Lam. Lam. Lam. Lam. Release the finger and continue.
Lam.
Lam. Bring your awareness an inch or so above the perineum, and there we do Vam, pressing on the ring finger with the thumb. Take a deep breath in.
Vam.
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 Release the fingers and continue.
Vam.
Last time. Now bring the awareness behind the navel in the middle of the body and pressing on the middle finger, we do Ram. Take a deep breath in. Ram.
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 Ram. Ram.
Ram.
Release the fingers and continue.
Ram.
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 Now bring the awareness to the middle of the chest in between the breasts, and here we do Yam, pressing on the index finger with the thumb.
Yam.
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 Yam. Yam. Yam.
Yam.
Release the fingers and continue.
Yam.
Yum.
Yum.
Yum. Yum. Now bring the awareness to the throat, and here we do hum, thumbs up, loose fist.
hum,
Hum.
Hum. Hum.
Release the hands and continue. Bring the awareness to the middle of the head, and there we do chum. Again, thumbs up, loose fist. Chum. Chum. Release the hands and continue. Chum. Last time. Chum. Top of the head, we do Om, thumbs up, loose fist. Om. Om. Release the hand and continue. Now let's go on to the Ujjayi Pranayama, the happy face breathing. All of you know how to do it, so please proceed. If anybody needs instruction, the simple instruction is bring your awareness to the bottommost part of the mouth that connects into the neck, the area called the throat, the hole through which food and air passes down. Focusing there, make a big smile, and as the cheeks come out, you will find a slight stretch in that hole. Focusing on the stretch, inhale and exhale in a slow, comfortable pace. And as you do that, observe that the stretch in the throat is resisting the breath. So when you inhale, it'll feel like a mild sucking sensation. And when you exhale, it should feel like a reverse sucking sensation. And just keep the awareness and the effort at such a mild level where you can become meditatively engrossed just watching the sensation in the throat. Carry on. Chanda Agarwal, it is not working for you well. Try to make it effort with light effort and feel the sucking sensation in the throat. Let me see how it changes. Carry on. Yeah. With practice, it'll come. Carry on. You're fine. Satyapal Kheraji, it's not working for you. The throat sensation, the stretch in the throat. Now, let's go on to the respiratory mantra. Bring your awareness behind the sternum in the middle of the body and feel a rising awareness going through the middle of the body and out of the top of the head. And the rising vibration feels like 3 syllables. Haim em haim em haim em Continue. Now, bring your awareness to the lungs in particular in the chest area and mentally vibrate Haim. And you go Haim, Haim, Haim. So, Bal Mukund, do you need the time? Go ahead.
Let me share the screen. All right. Namaskar, everyone. It gives me a great delight to announce Life in Yoga's biannual donation drive. And I would like to start by thanking you all for your support. We have had a tremendous 1.5-year journey. Close to 3,000 people have registered for our daily yoga class. 300 to 400 people do yoga with us every month. 200 to 250 people do it every day. And it has brought tremendous benefits of health and well-being to numerous of our attendees, and we have heard so many testimonials. People have had their chronic conditions gone, blood pressure, diabetes issues gone, better sleep, stronger immunity, and whatnot. And we have grown beyond the daily yoga class as well. In the last 18 months, we've gone through, we have helped close to 100 patients through our measured yoga therapy. We have expanded our therapist training program, and 30 to 40 new therapists have been trained, and 14 new BioWell machines have been bought, all thanks to your philanthropic donations. We have also expanded our offering for continuing medical education credits for doctors. We have held 5 to 10 educational seminars, and we host social hour twice every week. So let me talk about my own personal journey with life in yoga. I was suffering from an incurable condition in 2019, and prior to that, I used to be a healthy, physically active, high energy entrepreneur. But I went down with viral fever, and that post viral fatigue turned into chronic fatigue syndrome. And I had extreme fatigue, neuro and vascular inflammation, exercise intolerance, high heart rate, palpitations, and whatnot. And I thought I was going to be bedridden for the rest of my life. But life in yoga's therapy saved me, and I was lucky that I got introduced through a friend, and I made substantial recovery in 4 months. I made close to full recovery in 10 months, and since then it became a mission for me to promote and scale up life in yoga's operations, because not everybody is lucky like me, so we need to reach out to millions others who are suffering. But let's take a moment to thank our founder, Dr. Rajan Narayanan. He is truly a yoga scientist on a mission. He has developed the measured yoga therapy through which we have treated close to 1,000 patients with complex lifelong illnesses that nobody else could treat. And life in yoga can actually help millions of people who suffer from incurable conditions like chronic fatigue syndrome, long covid, and numerous other autoimmune conditions. Tens of millions of seniors suffer from complex illnesses, mental health issues, cardiovascular issues, sleep issues. And western medicine has limitations, and there's so many side effects, and there's no true cure. So we need to scale much beyond our current reach and reach these people. But scaling up operations needs resources. We need more resources. We need to open more centers. We need to train more therapists. We need to buy more BioWell machines. And we need to collaborate and partner with medical institutions so that we can effectively reach the people who need our services the most. Daily online yoga has been one good scale up pathway, but that's not enough. And we would like to have your support. So, the most important thing you can do for us is you could spread the message. So, call your friends, family, and acquaintances. Share all the good things that Life in Yoga's yoga daily classes and the therapy has brought in your life, in your health and well being. And last but not least, we would be very grateful for your donations because no organization can succeed without finances. So here's how you can donate. On the website, you can go to lifeinyoga.org. Please make sure that you use HTTPS because that is S stands for secure website. And once you go there, you go to the top right corner where it says PayPal, and you click on the PayPal link, and you're there. You can pay online through your credit card or through PayPal, and you can also check the button for a recurring monthly donation if you want. The other way you can donate is you can write a check to Life in Yoga Institute. The tax ID is right here for your purposes, and you can send that check to Jeshri Prakash in Florida, who manages our accounts. And you should know that Life in Yoga is a charitable, tax-exempt organization. All this information is always on the website. It is also in your daily reminder emails. Item number 3 or 4, if you scroll down on your daily reminder email, is about this. So with that, I will like to thank you for your continued support and your participation. And we hope that we will continue to help improve the health and wellness of numerous people in the years to come. Thanks a lot.
So let's proceed with our practice. Let's go on to Bahya Kumbhak first. We will do about 5 breaths and then we will do Bhramari. Neeta Shah has requested for Bhramari, so we'll do it a few times. So begin with Bahya Kumbhak. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, pull up the pelvic floor, take the abdominal area in. As the exhalation is complete, bring the chin down to the chest. Whenever you can no longer keep out the breath, take a deep breath in and inhale again. And once you've inhaled, begin the process of exhalation again. Last exhalation. Now, once you have inhaled, we will go on to Brahmari. And the best way to instruct Brahmari is first learning to do the nasal sound, the nasal vibration. So take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, all you're doing is you're bringing your tongue upward towards the palate, and as a result of which you're able to make the sound kind of thing. So take a deep breath in. Now that you're able to do it, you can use the finger positions. The finger positions, how you use them, make a difference in the impact. If the focus is to work on the sinuses, which is common for a lot of people, then in which case the little finger stays below the nostrils, the ring finger in the middle of the nostrils, the middle finger right at the upper part of the eye sockets, so that when you press, you are actually pressing against the channel through which the sinuses work. And then over the eyebrows, the index finger, and then you close your inner earlobe with your thumb. So take a deep breath in. If your purpose is to lighten the head, you can close the thumb, you can close the inner earlobe with the thumb, but place the four fingers on the top of the two hemispheres of the head. And you can go. You can notice wherever you press your fingers, the four fingers, that's where you feel greater vibration, right? So most of the time for sinus, when we do, we keep it this mudra where what is called the Shanmukhi Mudra. And there is also another position that is usually done that relates to certain marma points. But we won't worry about it because you'll have to go and find certain crevices that you have in your head and you press them like below the ear, at the end of the eyes, these areas. These places, when you press, they have marma points over there, and you can do Brahmari with that too. So Nitasha, I think I've done enough. Let's move along now. So now we go on to our spinal alignment exercise. As you exhale, gently tilt your head and bring one ear towards the shoulder. Inhale, come back. Exhale, go towards the other shoulder and continue. Last exhalation, inhale, come back. And as you exhale, turn the head and look over one shoulder. Inhale, come back. Exhale, turn the head the other way. Inhale, come back, and continue. Last exhalation, turn. Inhale, come back. With the next inhalation, lift up the chin and take the head back. And as you exhale, bring the chin down towards the chest and continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation. And then we go 360 degrees around the neck. Inhale, half a circle, and exhale, complete the circle. Last exhalation. And now let's go reverse. Last inhalation and last exhalation. And now we can go to the shoulder exercises. Inhale, lift up one shoulder. Exhale, rotate it back and bring it down. Inhale, lift up the other shoulder. Exhale, rotate it back and bring it down. And continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation. So let's stretch out the hands. Inhale, lift up the palms, stretch out the fingers. Exhale, thumb in and make a downward facing fist. Inhale up, exhale down. Continue. Last time, inhale up and exhale down, and we go around the wrist now. Inhale and exhale with the fist. Go around the wrist. Last inhalation and last exhalation, and let's go in the reverse direction. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Elbows in line with the shoulders, and we go around the wrist again. Inhale, open out the palms. Exhale, bring it around. Continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now let's go reverse. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now interlock the fingers and bring it behind the head. Keep the elbows in a perfect line. And as you exhale, twist to one side. Inhale, come back. Exhale, twist the other way. Inhale, come back. And continue. Last exhalation. Now get hold of your elbows behind the head. And as you exhale, pull on one elbow. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, pull on the other elbow. Inhale, come back up. And continue. Last exhalation. Inhale, come back. Get hold of the elbows behind the back. Take a deep breath in. Expand the chest. And as you exhale, turn to one side. Inhale, come back. Exhale, turn towards the other side. Inhale, come back. Continue. Last exhalation, turn, inhale, come back. Now get hold of your hips behind the back, and as you inhale, push on one side and make a backward arch. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, push on the other side and make a backward arch, and exhale, come forward. Continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation. And now we can cross one leg over the other. And as you exhale, pull that knee towards the opposite shoulder and inhale and turn the head the other way. Exhale, release. Inhale, release, and exhale, pull and turn. Last exhalation, pull and turn. Now let's cross over the other leg. Last exhalation, pull and turn. Inhale, release. Now we do both the shoulders together. Inhale, lift up both the shoulders up together, and exhale, rotate it back and bring it down. Continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now, we can go on to alternate nostril breathing. And those of you who want to finish off at 6:30, there is like 2-3 minutes to go. After you finish the alternate nostril breathing, you can leave. And the others, you can go through the regular routine. So continue. Okay. Now, today we will skip on the one round of Bhastrika that we do, and we will go directly to the spinal mantra. But I want to answer a few questions before I go. Couple of people have noted questions there. With respect to whether the panic mudra will help a person to relax, you need to realize when a person who is in panic, when they calm down, it is not relaxation. All they have done is they have taken the jitterbug out of them. That's about all that has happened. Relaxation is a different matter. Relaxation is about letting go of the mind. And that kind of a thing, it doesn't really help you to relax. It only helps you to terminate the panic mode. Second thing is, second question, somebody else, I think it was Savita Rao. The issue that you mentioned, I would like to see you if it's possible on Sunday. So if you're available on Sunday, you can come in and we will take a measurement and we'll look at you. You have asked a question that needs an answer where we need to look at it carefully. Okay. So now here we begin the spinal mantra. We do the 7 mantras from the feet and ankle to the knees to the lowermost part of the spine, which is in between the buttocks and the back, and then the lumbar spine, the thoracic spine, the cervical spine in the neck, and then in the back of the head, in the very top, called the Shikha point. The mantra for the feet and neck are the same, that is Aim. Now let us begin from the feet and ankle with mantra Aim, moving to knees where we vibrate Shim, and move on to the base of the spine where we do Jim. Aim, Shim, 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 Jim. Now we move from the base of the spine to the lumbar region, then to the thoracic or the back region of the spine with Jim, Jaim, Haim. So let's go. Jim, Jaim, Haim. 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 Now we move from the thoracic spine to the spine and the neck, to the back of the head with Haim, Aim, Om. Let's go. Haim, Aim, Om. 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 Now we do all the 7 mantras in sequence, starting from the feet and ankle. Aim, Shim, Jim, Jaim, Haim, Aim, Om. 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 I'm Shim Jim Jam Ham I'm Om. I'm Shim Jam Ham I'm Om. I'm Shim Jim 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 Jam Ham I'm Om. Now let's go on to Bhastrika. So before we do the Bhastrika, we are going to do one Bahya Kumbhak. And after that, in the inhalation, when we are coming, we begin the Bhastrika. So let's begin by taking a deep breath in to begin the Bahya Kumbhaka. Exhale, pull up the pelvic floor, abdominal area in. Now inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. exhale. 12, exhale. 13, exhale. 14, exhale. 15, exhale. 16, exhale. 17, exhale. 18, exhale. 19, exhale. And 20, exhale. Take a deep breath in through the right nostril, hold the breath, and exhale through the left nostril to complete this round. Let's go on to the second round, beginning with Bahya Kumbhaka. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, pull up the pelvic floor. Abdominal area in, empty the chest, chin to the chest. Now begin with inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 15. Exhale. 16. Exhale. 17. Exhale. 18. Exhale. 19. Exhale. And 20. Exhale. Take a deep breath in through the right nostril, hold the breath, and exhale through the left. Now mentally tell yourself, I give up all ideas and concepts and I care about nothing. I let go of everything. I let go of everything. I let go of everything. Feel the lightness in your shoulders and perhaps your head. And if you have a personal mantra, focus on it. If you don't have a personal mantra, bring your awareness behind the sternum and feel from there a rising vibration that goes out of the top of the head. And that rising vibration feels like 3 syllables. Haim Em Om, Haim Em Om, Haim Em Om, Haim Em Om. And there will be Om playing in the background. Mentally affirm to yourself, may I be guided to fulfill the purpose for which I am born. With that as the thought, become aware of your senses from the top of the head all the way down to the bottom of the feet. And whenever you're ready to open your eyes, raise the palm of your hands and bring it in front of your face and look straight into the palm of your hands when you open your eyes. So with that, we end the session today. So see you all tomorrow. Namaste, everyone.